Miller's gonna close on Friday, and they're selling off the stools. The jukebox and the back booth, where we learn the older rules of how men talk to other men. Nobody's performing, of how you hold a glass and what the silence in between is for. I've been coming here since I was just too young to be here. Sat beside my father once and watched him with the men. They talked in half sentences and finished each other's thinking. And I took notes on everything and vowed to learn it then. Last around at Miller's for the bar that built a code. Before they close and sell and fold, I'll raise a glass to everyone who ever sat in this particular light. Last round at Miller's, and one more after that tonight. Every man who ever needed somewhere he could be himself, without performance or agenda, or the grinding of the gears. Found a bar stool at the corner and a bartender who'd listen, and walked out a little cleaner for the time he'd spent in here. I know it's just a building, I know it's just a room, I know the men who made it are themselves almost all gone. But some rooms hold the memory of what happened in them, and Miller's held the kind of men I wanted to become. Last around at Miller's, last glass for what this place has been. Last round at Miller's for every man who came in from the rain, for every honest conversation and every quiet understanding. stood. Last round at Miller's for the bar that made us good.
I watched my father age inside a room that fear had built. He carried every decision like a lifetime full of guilt. His hands were always steady, but his eyes had learned to hide the cost of what he'd built for us and kept us all inside. He called me to his bedside in the winter of his reign and handed me the burden with a pride that looked like pain. The son inherits everything the father chose to bear, the weight of every promise made and every silent prayer. The throne was never golden, it was iron in disguise, and I became my father through my father's own demise. The son inherits. I wear his coat in winter when the business calls me out. I learned his way of listening, so I never have to shout. The men who served him bow to me, they think they see him still, and maybe that's the greatest gift, to carry forward his will. Some sons inherit money, some inherit names and land. I inherited a kingdom that required a steady hand. The son inherits everything the father chose to bear, the weight of every promise made and every silent prayer. The throne was never golden, it was iron in disguise, and I became my father through my father's own demise. I never told him that I understood until the day I couldn't anymore. I never told him that I forgave the life he chose behind that door. I would have chosen different, but I would have chosen him every time, every weight, every burden, and every sin. son inherits everything, including what he cannot say. If I could send the world back to the boy I used to be, standing at the corner of the life he couldn't see, I wouldn't change the hard parts, I'd just change the frame. I'd tell him what looks like destruction has another name. I tell him trust the silence more than then they say. I tell him the men who leave the quickest, let them go today. I tell him build your patience like you're building stone on stone, and learn the difference between being lonely and alone. Letter to a younger man, didn't know the plan, who thought the storm was punishment instead of reprimand, for something great awaiting on the other side of fear. Letter to a younger man, I wish that you could hear. I tell him every enemy will teach you something true. I tell them the ones who doubt you, work and let them review. I tell him love the people who will look you in the eye and walk beside the darkness without asking you to lie. Most of all, I tell him you're gonna be tested in ways that don't seem fair, in ways that feel like ending. Hold on, just hold on. What's coming is worth everything that's going. You are never as alone as you believe. You are never as broken as you feared. Everything you needed, you already had. You just couldn't see it from in there. Letter to a younger man who carried more than he should, who thought the weight meant something wrong when it meant something good, who learned that scars are just the proof that you were here and real. Letter
from the man you had to build.
At 2 a.m. the phone rings, and I know before I answer that someone's in a room they shouldn't be in on their own. I dress without complaint because that's what this kind of life asks, and drive into the dark to bring somebody safely home. They never ask the ones they call how many times they've done it. They never ask what weight accumulates across the years. They just know the number, and they dial it when it's critical, and trust that I'll be standing when the dust of it clears. I am the one they call when the night gets too heavy to carry.
I am the one they call
When the story gets too hard to narrate. I don't ask for credit, I don't ask for a thank you.
I am the one they call,
And that is enough for now. I've pulled men from the edges of decisions that were permanent. I've sat in hospital corridors till morning turned to light. I've been the only number in the phone that still meant safety, and I've done it because someone had to do it right. But I'll tell you what nobody asks, the one they always call. He goes home to an empty room and makes his own way through the night without a number. He could die.
built for this and more.
Everybody's in a hurry to collect what's owed to them. They bang on doors and raise their voice and wonder why they can't get in. But I have learned a different kind of currency in life, kind that earns its interest slow, much sharper than a knife. My grandfather said, boy, the Lord works slow, and the devil has more patience than you'll ever know. The devil has patience, he don't rush his move. He sits across the table with a stillness you can't groove. He pours his drink real easy. He don't show you what he knows. And when you think you want it all, that's when the devil shows. I watched the man who ruined me build 5 years of pride. I watched him sleep in comfort, watched him laugh inside. I watched him till I knew the shape of every wall he made. Then I picked the one foundation and I let it all cascade. They call me patient, call me cold. They say I don't react. I say I'm just a student of the art of striking back. The devil has patience, he don't rush his move. He sits across the table with a stillness you can't groove. He pours his drink real easy. He don't show you what he knows. And when you think you want it all, that's when the devil shows. There's a chair at every table that nobody wants to take. It sits at the head of the room and it don't negotiate. I took that chair at 30, I've been sitting in it since. And And every man who thought to move me learned the cost of arrogance. Thought you had more time. You thought I wasn't watching. The devil has patience, boy, and patience just ran out. Showed his mood. Everything you built up was built for me to use.
My grandfather came with nothing but his name. He built his world with both his hands through fire and shame. They called our family crooked, called our blood a curse. But every man I've met in church has done far worse. He told me on his deathbed, with a candle burning low, there are two kinds of honor, son. The kind they see and the kind you know. There is blood on the marble where the innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness for the hands that mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers. They just never thought to look. Blood on the marble. I named my firstborn after every man I had to break. I kept a record of each choice and what was truly at stake. Not proud of every chapter, not ashamed of what I am. A man is what his circumstances built him. Understand? They light their candles for the saints and spit upon our doors, but behind their holy silence they have done far worse than war. There is blood on the marble where the innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers. They just never thought to look. My father said, loyalty is not a word, it is a life. Silence is not weakness, it is a sharpened knife. And a man who breaks his word has already died. He just hasn't stopped breathing yet inside. We bled for this ground, we prayed for this life, and still they called us animals, and still they sharpen the knife. There is blood on the marble where the innocent have knelt. There are prayers in the darkness for the hands that mercy dealt. We are not the villains that they wrote about in books. We are fathers, we are brothers. Take a closer look. Blood on the marble. Blood on the marble. She wore the kind of silence that a man could live inside. She never asked me what I did, or told me where to hide. She poured my coffee every morning like the world was clean, and loved me past the edges of the places I had been. I told her she deserved a better world than mine to walk. She said she chose me knowing, and we never spoke of it again in talk. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. Ivory and ash. I missed the night she needed me. There was business to attend. I told myself I'd make it right. That isn't how it ends. She left no letter, left no word, just a gardenia on the sill, the kind she always wore in spring. I keep it with me still. A man can rule a city, hold the dark within his fist, but can't explain the warmth that comes from being truly missed. Ivory and Ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. I have stood in rooms where powerful men wept. I have never understood it till tonight. I have signed my name to things I can't take back, but nothing cost as much as losing her to this life. She was the only thing I built that mattered, and I let the work destroy the one thing that was real. Ivory and Ash,
Ivory and Ash,
that's what we were.
that's what we were.
A beautiful destruction of the clean against the blur. She was the grace I never felt I'd earned the right to keep, and I am the winter she deserved to never have to meet. Ivory and Ash. Ivory and Ash.
I used to know the enemy by how he held his silence, by how he used the room and how the room adjusted back. I studied him for years before I understood the method, and somewhere in the studying I learned to move like that. It happened slow the way the important changes happen, not overnight, but across the architecture of a decade. And one morning in the mirror, I recognized the posture of the man I'd spent my youth and best intentions trying to evade. I became the thing that I had come to dismantle. I became the thing by learning how to handle every room the way he would, every door the way he'd close it. I became the thing, and only I can know it. I don't know if this is failure or the inevitable physics of a man who wears a method long enough to wear it in. Maybe every generation builds the very thing it's fighting, and the next one learns it
and begins again. I'm not asking for forgiveness, there's no absolution in this song. I'm just naming what I see in the window when it's dark enough to show the truth of things. I became the thing, and the thing is not all bad. The thing is also discipline and patience and the keeping of a code. So maybe I became the complicated version of the enemy that still had something worth becoming. I became the thing, not everything, but some of it. I became the thing, and I'm still living from it, learning what to keep from what I should have left behind. I became the thing, and now I'm trying to redesign.
I remember your name, not the way that the wounded remember, not with anger, not with fire, just the way a man remembers a number he intends to call. I remember what you said and what you didn't say, and what your silence in that room cost me every single day. I remember your name, I remember the chair you sat in, I remember the hand you extended while the other one was planning. I remember your name, don't think that I forgot. Don't build your life too high on a foundation I have not. I remember your name. You moved across the city like a man who'd walked away clean. You told yourself the story where you're somewhere in between, not guilty, not exactly, just surviving like we all do, but surviving on the grave of what you buried. That's on you. I remember your name, I remember the chair you sat in, I remember the hand you extended while the other one was planning. I remember your name, don't think I forgot. I've just been building everything on the foundation of what's not. I don't need to explain what comes next. You already know what a man who remembers and says nothing has in store. I just wanted you to know that I remember. your name.
I remember your name. I remember every detail. I've had years of practice, and patience never fails. I remember your name.
We built our empires on the opposite sides of the same dark city. Started from the same hunger, ended in a different committee. I knew your name before you knew mine. That was by design. You studied the map of the territory. I studied the man behind the line. Now we're sitting at the same table, same drink, same room. Two kings who both know exactly how this ends. And too soon, two kings at the same table, two codes that cannot reconcile, two men who respect each other across an impossible mile. We built the same kind of empire with the same kind of blood and cost. Two kings at the same table, knowing one of us is already lost. I don't hate you, I want that said before whatever comes. I hate the mathematics of the situation, not what you've become. You're the version of me that took a different road at 22. And I'm the version you'd have been if certain things broke through. Two mirrors facing each other in a room with no escape. We both see the reflection, we both know what's at stake. Two kings at the same table, two codes that cannot reconcile, two men who understand each other across an impossible mile.
If we were different men in a different time, we might have built something worth seeing. But the city doesn't bend for sentiment, and neither do we. I respect you. That's why this is so cold.
Two kings at the same table, two kings at the same table, one city, one crown, one throne. Two men who built the same empire, both knowing this ends alone. They came in the winter when they thought I was at my lowest. They came with the assumption that the season had me bent. They walked into the story they had written about me in advance, and found a different chapter than the one they thought they meant. I let them make their offer, watch them lay it on the table. I let them make their case for what they thought I couldn't fight. I let them feel the fullness of the moment they'd been building. Then I took the offer, folded it, and said, not tonight. The night they tried is the night that built the ceiling. The night they tried is the night that changed the dealing. They came for what they thought was broken, found what had been forged. The night they tried was the last night. They had that kind of nerve. I heard they told the story different to the men who weren't there. I heard they made it something closer to what they'd prepared. But every man who was in that room knows what the silence said when they left without the thing they came to take from me instead. There are moments in a man's life that become the line between version before and the version that remains. That night was mine, and I'll tell you what I felt. Not victory, not relief, just confirmation of I already knew about myself. You came for everything I built and left with nothing but the knowledge that you never
Revenge is a fire. It burns and it's finished. Justice is a river. It takes exactly the time it needs. Revenge is the sound of a man losing patience. Justice is the sound of a man who proceeds without announcing. I've watched men burn their enemies in anger and in public, and spend the next decade rebuilding what the fire cost them too. The man who chases vengeance trades his future for a moment. Justice asks you not to rush and does the work for you.
Justice is patient. She doesn't need your help to arrive. Justice is patient. She only asks that you survive long enough to witness the mathematics of the truth. Justice is patient, and she charges compound interest on what's due. I built my life beside this principle and tested it in winter. I watched the men who wronged me build and overreach and fall. I never moved against them, I just moved without them
In the picture, and justice did what justice does, which is takes care of all. There is a discipline required in choosing not to strike, when every instinct in your body tells you now is right. That discipline is everything that separates the kinds of men who end up in the history from the ones who end the same as them.
Justice is patient, and I have learned to be the same. Justice is patient, and patience is the longer game. I don't need to see it happen, I don't need to be the cause.
Justice is patient, so am I, and that is the last law.
I shook his hand a little longer than I had to. I looked him in the eye the way you do when it's the last. I didn't say the words that would have told him what was coming. I just memorized his face and let the moment pass. She poured the coffee one more time and stood beside the window watched her like a man who's memorizing light. I took the coat, I took the key, I left the photograph behind, and closed the door so gently, like it wasn't closing night. This is the last goodbye that nobody will name. This is the door that closes and never opens the same. I don't get a ceremony, I don't get a final scene, just a morning full of ordinary things, and the space between. I drove through every street that built the man I was becoming. I stopped once at the corner where the whole thing had begun. I sat with it for longer than a ghost has got the right to, then pointed toward the highway, and I drove into the sun. No anger in the leaving, no regret in the design, just the understanding that some exits aren't resignations, they are simply time.
This is the last goodbye, the kind that goes unsaid. This is the last goodbye for a man the world thinks dead. Not gone, just somewhere different. Not lost, just finally free. This is the last goodbye from the last version of me.
My father told me never draw your gun unless you mean to end it. And every man deserves one chance to leave before you send it. I sat across from men who begged and men who tried to lie. I poured them all a glass of wine and looked them in the eye.
This life was never what I chose, it chose me from the start. I learned to keep my hands real clean by hardening my heart. I am the last of a dying kind, a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. They call it organized, but there ain't nothing organized in grief. When you bury men who trusted you and call yourself a chief. I iron my suit every morning like my father showed me how. Some rituals remind you what you swore and what you vowed. They see the suit, they see the cane, they see the silver ring. They never see the boy who lost everything to be this thing. I am the last of a dying kind, a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. You wanna know the cost of all this power? Every quiet room, every sleepless hour, every name I carry like a stone beneath my chest, every deal I made just to outlast the rest. I gave everything and still they wanted more. I bled on every floor and still they called for war. Give what's hurt and I take what's not. The last gentleman.
I walked into a room that didn't know my name. I sat at the table like I already made my claim. The men around me measured me the way they measure things, by where you came from, who you know, what your silence brings. I let them have their calculations, let them size me up. I've been the unknown quantity before, I know this cup. New territory, same man. Every room I enter is a new but equal chance. New territory, same code. I don't change the way I walk to fit somebody's role. I came here with nothing except everything I've earned. New territory, watch what happens when the new man learns. I didn't ask permission for the seat that I require. I didn't introduce myself through men they had admired. I made one deal, one clean deal, and let the deal speak. By the second week they knew my name, and by the third my week. Respect is not a thing you're given in a room like this. It accumulates with everything you don't dismiss. New territory, same man. Every room I enter is an equal playing chance. New territory, same code. The map is new, but everything I am I own and hold. The men who ran this ground before ran it on assumption that nobody new would walk in here with this level of preparation, of patience, of readiness, of not needing to be known. Let the work announce me. I'll silence set the tone. I am not here to take what's yours. I am here because this is mine. New territory, same man. The territory changes, I remain. New territory, same code. Every new room is just another road I own. New territory, new territory. I was born in the dark before I knew what light was for. In rooms where men worked tired, and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below. Just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They say that where you start in life is where you're meant to end. That blood will tell on everything, and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above, and I have seen the flaws become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given.
I am not what I was given.
I am what I chose to take.
I am what I chose to take.
Every version of myself before was practice for what I would make. I was born in the dark same clothes for a season, not from shame but choice. I was saving every fragment, building power, finding voice. I studied every man above me, how he walked and where he slipped, and I waited till I knew the game before I made my trip. They say you cannot choose your beginning,
but you own your middle page.
and I have written every chapter of my life
In careful read.
I was born in the dark,
Born in the dark,
but I will not die there.
will not die there.
I was built from the cold,
Built from the cold,
but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands
born in the dark.
is a chapter of proof
Chapter of proof.
that a man who wants nothing can never take you. To every man who's standing at the bottom looking up, to every hand that's empty and every emptied cup, to every voice that told you that your blood decide your worth, let them watch,
Just let 'em watch.
let them see what you're worth. You were born for more than what they gave you at the start. You were built from harder things. Let it show the world your heart. I was born in the dark,
Born in the dark.
and I carried my own light.
Born in the dark.
I was written off before I started,
Born in the dark.
and I own the night. I was born in the dark,
I was born in the dark,
but I will not die there.
but I will not die there.
I was built from the cold,
Built from the cold,
but I carry the fire.
I carry the fire.
Every scar on my hands
Scar on my head.
is a chapter of proof.
Chapter of proof.
Every road that they closed, oh, I made into a truth. Born in the dark,
Born in the dark.
born to rise, born to prove that the dark made me. I was born in the dark before I knew what light was for. In rooms where men worked tired and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below. Just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They said that where you start in life is where you're meant to end. That blood will tell on everything, and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above, and I have seen the floors become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given, I am what I chose to take. Every version of myself before was practice for what I would make. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof that a man who wants nothing can never take you. Born in the dark, born to rise. I wore the same clothes for a season, not from shame but choice. I was saving every fragment, building power, finding voice. I studied every man above me, how he walked and where he slipped. And I waited till I knew the game before I made my trip. They say you cannot choose your beginning, but you own your middle page. And I have written every chapter of my life in careful rage. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof that a man who wants nothing can never take you. To every man who's standing at the bottom, looking up, to every hand that's empty and every empty cup, to every voice that told you that your blood decides your worth, let them watch, just let them watch, let them see what you're worth. You were born for more than what they gave you at the start. You were built from harder things, let it show the world your heart. I was born in the dark and I carried my own light. I was written off before I started and I own the night. I was born in the dark, and I carried my own light. I was written off before I started, and I own the night. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof. Every road that they closed, I made into a truth. Born in the dark, born to rise, born to prove that the dark made me. Born to dark.
was for. In rooms where men worked tired and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below. Just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They said that where you start in life is where you're meant to end. That blood will tell on everything and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above. And I have seen the floors become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given, I am what I chose to take. Every version of myself before was practice for what I would make. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire.
I made an oath in a room with no windows to men who would hold it until they were dust. I placed my hand on a language of silence and swore to the things that a man swears in trust. Not God, not country, not law as they write it, but something more ancient than all of that weight. The code that was handed from father to father, the oath that arrives at the end, never late. They say oaths are broken, they say codes are fiction. They've never stood in the room where it's real. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried while others slept. This is the weight that I chose at the door. This is the life of a man who swore not to be righteous, not to be clean, but to be what he said and to mean what he means. This is the oath and it holds me still past the grave of the men and past the code of the will. Have seen men break it, I have seen what it costs. I have watched the unsworn build their houses on frost, and I have seen them collapse when the season came cold, because a man without an oath has nothing to hold. Not judge of others, just keeper of mine. The oath doesn't care about your bottom line. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried when others slept. This is the weight that I welcomed at the door. This is the life of a man who swore when they ask what I stood for, I won't have to think. It was never about the empire or the power or the drink. It was about the word I gave in a room with no light, and the fact that 40 years later I kept it tonight. I kept the oath. I kept the oath. When it cost me everything, I kept the oath. And that kept the oath. That is my everything. Of a man who never put the oath down. Never put it down. Never put it down. Everybody's in a hurry to collect what's owed to them. They bang on doors and raise their voice and wonder why they can't get in. But I have learned a different kind of currency in life, the kind that earns its interest slow, much sharper than a knife. My grandfather said, boy, the Lord works slow, and the devil has more patience than you'll ever know. The devil has patience. He don't rush his move. He sits across the table with a stillness you can't groove. He pours his drink real easy. He don't show you what he knows. And when you think you want it all, that's when the devil shows. I watch man who ruined me build 5 years of pride. I watched him sleep in comfort, watched him laugh inside. I watched until I knew the shape of every wall he made. Then I picked the one foundation and I let it all cascade. They call me patient, call me cold. They say I don't react. I say I'm just a student of the art of striking baby. The devil has patience. He don't rush his move. He sits across the table with a stillness you can't groove. He pours his drink real easy. He don't show you what he knows. And when you think you want it all, that's when the devil shows. There's a chair at every table that nobody wants to take. It sits at the head of the room, and it don't negotiate. I took that chair at 30. I've been sitting in it since. And every man who thought to move me learned the cost of arrogance. There's a chair at every table that nobody wants to take. It sits at the head of the room, and it don't negotiate. I took that chair at 30. I've been sitting in it since. And every man who thought to move me learned the cost of arrogance. The devil has patience. He just showed his move. Everything you built up was built for me to use.